mm, mm, mm. Father, I stretch my hand to thee. No other help I know if thou withdraw. Okay, y'all, I done heard so much. Oh my God. OMG. OMG. When you think that it can get worse, as Blessed Walk can say, it get worse and worse. My heart really, really goes out to Seven at this particular point. Y'all, it's dangerous out there. It's dangerous out there. Who is dangerous out there? Mm, it's dangerous. So Seven done spilled this tea. Seven said that this man had HP. He had the HPs. Seven said this man had HPs. Seven said she's being tested. Oh, and what Seven connected was that allegedly Beach was supposed to know that this man had HPs, and Beach was up here passing this man around, knowing that this man had HPs. And now Seven is pissed because Seven is like, "What kind of friend are you?" Now this is, baby. Honey, stick with the 90 days. Girl, stick with the 90 days. Ooh, baby, stick with them 90 days. I'm going to say this, you all. It's already crazy in these streets. Okay? But when you start adding YouTube stuff and YouTube drama, it gets crazy. And Seven alluded to the fact, this is what Seven said, that Beach knew this about him and she was holding this over him, giving ultimatums and controlling this man. Child, this thing takes more turns than Murder She Wrote. Baby, this thing is taking more turns than Agatha Christie novel. It's crazy. Mm. Now, she said that she did not have unprotected sex with this man. She said that the movie theater thing was absolutely false. She said that there was protection used. Now, y'all, this came from Seven. Hearing this all together now, I'm floored. I'm floored. I'm floored. You know, oh my God. So you have this person all on these YouTube sectors, has a wife for 13 years, got kids. Wow. And you know what? I'm more upset. You know, I'm just looking at him. Oh, it's just crazy. Look, y'all, it's dangerous out there. It's dangerous out there. And let me say this. This is not funny. I'm listening. Baby, look, this ain't funny. Y'all, this is tragic. This is not funny. This is deep, deep crap. Now this ain't no YouTube shenanigans, and it's this. Wow, y'all. Ooh, mm. Um, First of all, there are no friends on YouTube. There are no friends on YouTube. Second of all, I think it is very difficult. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it is very difficult to have a relationship on YouTube with another content creator. I did not say it was impossible. I said it is difficult. And I think Seven did this too, to say, this is why I am so hurt, because I could not simply understand why she was going so hard. I'm like, he ghosted you, okay. But now, when this story is told, it's like, damn. Now, and in order to get the full context of this makes sense now with the full context. And this is something else with the full context. Now, I am like I said, this beach thing is alleged. It's alleged, but to suggest or hook somebody up with somebody, you know, boo, you don't even have to disclose nothing. You be like, girl, I don't know about that one, girl. Mm. That ain't what you want to do, sis. That ain't what you want. I mean, but at the end of the day, it is Seven's responsibility to protect herself, because at the end of the day, you have to protect yourself. Uh, y'all, it's so much going on, but now it makes sense in context, because it wasn't quite making sense. I'm like, I'm not under, you know, and now with this bombshell, this is deep. Now, I will say this too. I hope that Seven remains to be negative. That's my prayer. That is my hope. I don't wish no one, and I mean no one on YouTube, no one. I don't care how much we fight. I don't care how much we go at each other. I'm being real. I hope that she remains healthy. That is the truth. That is the truth. I wish she did not have to do this because you know what the beef sector gives. And now it will be implications. And one thing she said was, if I have some, y'all ain't gonna know about it. I'm gonna take a hiatus. But to even mention it now, yeah. And I mean, it's not a pleasant situation. And now Seven was dealing with other things. And the beach thing, let me say this. I can understand why now this is a hurtful situation because it comes into context. And she is human. Has she always done right by folk? And no, we not, none of us have. But this is a serious situation. And it's so unfortunate that we are talking about this in the beef sector where we roast and gag. But this is serious. And as I was in Seven's chat, because I was there. I actually clicked on it because she was on. Somebody had the nerve to say that that's Jay Weasel's girl. No, no, she modded. But I'm going to say this. I do not get close to people on YouTube. My moderators will tell you they rarely hear from me. I don't even have their phone numbers, with the exception of a few. We do not talk about deeply personal stuff. I think that is not wise on the content creator's part, and I don't think it's wise for the subscriber. Keep your business your business. When a content creator is so invested in your personal life, that should be a red flag. Period. I have talked to a couple of my moderators, never anything serious. Some things that I've seen on YouTube, but I ain't never probed, are you dating? Who are you dating? How were you raised? That ain't none of my business. That ain't none of my business. And when a content creator start getting in your business, you need to be concerned. And when a subscriber is getting into your business, you need to be concerned. And let me tell you what people do. These folk pump the prime. They'll give you a little dirt on them with the expectation that you share with them. I've heard it over and over again. And I just think that I just feel bad about the whole situation. And I just see something that Seven had said, I think in her title, burn it down, burn it all down. And that's how it feels. It feels like nobody wins. Nobody wins. Nobody wins. Nobody wins. And it's not funny now. No one wins. No one wins. Seven doesn't win because it seems like she really liked this guy. She seemed like she was happy. This guy sold her a bill of goods that he could not deliver on, and the goods he was delivering on seemed like it was toxic and could be detrimental. So Seven has exposed herself to some things that she should have never been exposed to, but because of these feelings, she is. That's sad. He doesn't win because he comes off as this good looking together person, and everybody's like, oh, and like I called him bootleg Drake. But now we done baby's mamas, couch surfing, and now you got HPs too. According to Seven, you got HPs, and you are, and it doesn't look good on that end. And then you're part of a group where men dog women out. And the thing is, Seven said he tried to even say that his mama had it, and that's how he got HPs. But Seven's like, that's not the case. And I don't know what this manosphere thing is, but baby, we don't even like our mamas. So we'll blame stuff. And I'm not saying we as me, but I'm just saying as that group, baby, they'll blame their mama. It's just such a hatred for women that even your mama, the manosphere mama people ain't even immune to the toxicity. And then Beach don't win because how Seven is framing this, it seems like Beach was well aware of what was going on. Allegedly, to say that say Beach and the man bonded because they may have this in common. Now, I don't know this, but whether that's true or not, it doesn't look good if she knew. And then to hear that she has moderators dealing with this man. So it's a lose, lose, lose. Nobody wins. Nobody comes out of this unscathed. No one comes out of this without damage. And I understand people can say Seven is responsible for her health. She is responsible for her health. She is. Seven is a grown woman. She is. But I can understand why she's angry and upset and pissed off, especially if she knew that this person was dealing with this health issue, but she still stayed because of the person. And I think that's deep. And then he ghosted her because Seven is like, I was willing to sacrifice and to get beyond this because I was feeling you far more than this physical, but on a deeper level. And then you had the nerve to do this. But the thing is, Seven, maybe that's the issue. And maybe he ain't too secure in who he is. Or maybe he hasn't come to grips with that. And maybe he feels that, well, this ain't real because eventually you're going to be gone. I don't know. But I see a lot of trauma, a lot of unresolved issues. And I think that mama said that you ain't going to ever get closure because that man don't even have closure. Child, it's crazy. And Iris, it's not even feeling sorry. I think no one wins. I think he loses. I think the baby mama lose. The children lose. It's just tragic all over. And okay, so let's hypothetically say the man did have HPs, but yet he's taking his medicine, but he's responsible and he's doing it. He's taking care of his kids and stuff. But it's sad because he ain't even doing that. Somebody said, "Baby, it ain't about looks for me. I'm a grown woman what you do have to offer to better life and good treat woman. Look, come last, girl, gotta do better. Jay Wilson, some people are starting to say the receipts seven posted are photoshopped and look like a DM message. Okay, whatever. This is too much. Beach is male identified. Yes, agree. No winner. It's no winners. Even if okay, so even if those receipts are, it's no winners. Y'all, it's just it's a scorched earth approach. And when the earth is scorched, nobody wins. It's just no one wins. And I'm not laughing. I'm not rah-rahing. I'm not, oh, I told you so. I sung that song, Father, I stretch my hand to thee, no other help I know. Baby, I'm stretching hands right now because this is taking more turns than an Agatha Christie novel. This is just, it's just wow. It's just wow. And I'm just gonna be real. We've seen just a lot of stuff on these YouTube beef sector, black sector streets. Women, women. People always talk about something, Jay, you hate women. No, I don't. I don't hate women. I really don't. I really don't. Deep down, I am really concerned about the sisters. Yeah, I'll go ahead and roast and gag. But again, see, we roast and gag, and you get we give you what you put out. But one thing is, I am not messing with your emotions. I am not promising you love and ain't delivering. I'm not promising you that. And I see these men doing this kind of stuff. And we've seen it over and over and over again. And it seems like they're going for powerful women, women who have a voice and speak up. And I don't know if it's to break them down or what, but I keep seeing it. And let me say this, I don't hate men either. Lord knows I don't. But what I don't like is men who have an agenda to take down these sisters, mess with their emotions, mess with their psyche, mess with their self esteem, and put them at risk. Having these kids, and then the kids aren't even taken care of. And I think it's a vicious cycle. And I have a problem with that. I really do. I get beat up because I tell folk, be careful because this person ain't sane. Y'all, and you hate to see people go through it because you see it playing out. But I guess folk gotta learn. I don't feel good about any of it. I really don't. I don't feel good about any of it, especially these women in the beef sector. And it seems like it's their targets. It seems like women in the black sector and in the beef sector are targets. I've seen these men talk about these women like dogs once they have sex with them. I have seen them, and it seems like a pattern. And when you tell people you jealous, you hating, you da da da, and it's like, oh, you trying to break up our love, and it's like, no, sis, no, no. So, y'all, I can't help but say it again. There's no friends on YouTube. It amazes me how people have shared so much information, whether real or not real, whether true or false. They are willing to share. They are willing to, and what it is I ain't gonna tell it. I ain't gonna say nothing, but don't have, but no, you're gonna tell it because you got that. card. It's almost like you got that trump card. It's almost like you got that joker and you ready to play it. It's like you got that high joker and you ready to play it. And that's how I see. And and people with good intentions not to say anything they usually do because you hurting me or I got to protect myself. So all of this stuff comes out. And what I don't believe is how much people share information and share this and they don't guard their privacy. You owe no one anything. You don't even owe me anything. I ask questions, I probe, but you don't have to say anything that you don't want to say, period. And now this is escalated, and now this is what you have. Oh, yeah, Iris, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, y'all. So you all, this is not a pointing game. This is not a ha ha ha. Look at seven or oh, I don't feel sorry. It's not. It's not because I do feel some kind of way. And is seven at fault? Well, yeah, she takes responsibility, but I still feel sorry for her. I wouldn't want this to happen to a niece. I wouldn't want it to happen to a sister. I wouldn't want it to happen to a friend. And I'm sorry that it's happened to her. The guy, I'm sorry that somebody didn't talk to him to help him. Somebody done failed somebody somewhere in this system. Somebody's unfailed somebody. And don't get me wrong, people grown and they make their decisions and stuff, but baby, people don't do this all of a sudden because they just want to do this. There are some underlying issues that has caused this. And it's a learning lesson. I listen to Seven. I listen to Seven, and I really feel sorry. Not she need my pity, but I feel like you can hear the rawness and the emotion. And I know y'all want to say, "Oh, it's her fault," and da 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 da. And that, but y'all, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. I just hope that her health is okay. I hope that she is clean and get a clean bill of health. You know, and and she can go on. It does not diminish the fact that the 90 days was good. It does not diminish the fact that you might need to inquire. It doesn't diminish the fact that, you know, the relationship, all y'all relationships are not meant for YouTube. And sometimes they need to be pulled back. And let me say this. When I was talking to Castro, I wasn't jealous of Castro. But when you done been through some stuff and you done seen how people act, you know what's going to happen. And like I told Castro, just be careful. Da, da, da. Baby, they was trying to tear Castro up. They was trying to get in that man DMs. They was doing everything. And I'm like, see? And sometimes people tell you this because they don't want you to go through some things. Sometimes people have gone through some things and they're like, they don't want you to go through it. So all I'm saying is, y'all, it's just deep, and again, this is I I just have empathy. I just it's I felt the rawness and the pain, and I can see where Seven feels betrayed by Beach if Beach knew this. And this is alleged because, again, Beach can have another story and say, no, 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 and come right on back. But how she framed it, it was like, you knew. And you were talking to me and you were egging this thing on, you knowing and sitting back and you ain't saying nothing. But Beach it's like, well, girl, you grown. But then the thing is that she brought out though, but you dealing with the moderators, and the man done had baby mamas, and he been married for 13 years. And but the thing is that gets me, it seems like everybody knew and everybody was okay until this shit got real. And this shit got real quick. And now it's like real. And I'm like, damn. And now I can understand the vitriol and the anger and the stuff because it wasn't making sense. But now, see, it was some underlying stuff and it just had to come out. And now it's like a piece of the puzzle that's just been put together. Beach has a way of being in the middle of all the stuff. Yeah. Robin, this isn't to insult her, but she doesn't have family nor friends in real life. Let's be real. If she did, she wouldn't dare come here, especially to the community to talk about. Don't put your business on for YouTube, baby. It's a business. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Child. Well, no, y'all want to put everything on beach. It's blame to go around everywhere. But there's a lesson to be learned. And like I said, my thing is, but for the grace of God, and we just need to really take account. And this should be a lesson to us off of YouTube that baby, we need to be careful out here and ask them questions and doing a whole lot of things. And if the spirit is saying 90 days, honey, the spirit is trying to tell you something, honey, go with the spirit and stop flaunting and flouncing all out here because, baby, everything that's cute, boo. And so all I'm saying is learn from this. Don't be judging. Lord knows I ain't judging. I'm just shocked. I just feel for seven. And there's no winners in this. There's no winners in this. But what we need to do is learn from this. And if we don't let it be a reminder for us, and let's not feel good saying, "Ooh, that's her," because it may not be you, but you may have a daughter, you may have a son, and there's to be a good time to talk about some things right now. Child. Mm. Yeah, and I've been hearing that. I've been hearing that. I'm just not coming to judge. I just want it to be something that you learn from. This is a learning lesson, child. There's some things to be taken from this. Mm, hmm. Y'all, I'm serious. I'm serious. When I say when I say that this ain't no ha ha kiki moment right here. Um, yeah, I'm on. But this is a learning lesson, y'all. This is a learning lesson. I'm telling you, and I'm listening to her, and in spite of what she did know or what she didn't know or her intentions, and he ghosted, it still is. She sounds hurt, and it sounds like, baby, I'm willing to risk it all because, yeah. And some people are gonna say, I'm gonna put it out there even if it hurts me because I can't let this go. And and now it's out there. I did hear Beach say, if you didn't say nothing, we would have been all right. But now you had to put it out there. Now this is it. So I'm hearing this, and I'm hearing the same thing. And I yeah and no. Yeah, no. Now people are alerted, and now people should be cautious. But then I'm hearing too that your personal business is out there and we talking about it, but this is something we shouldn't even know. This is something that's so personal that you should be discussing it with your healthcare provider and your loved ones and not these folk on YouTube who don't know you from a can of paint. And then you can't get mad at the folk because you just put it out and you did say, I know what it's going to give on YouTube. And so it is given that. But unlike most people, I think it's a lesson to be learned. I think it's sad. And I don't think this is a key, ooh, I told you so, ooh, da, da, da moment. And I know people are going to make it that. But baby, it's not important to you until it happens to you. And it may not happen to you, but people got nieces, they got daughters, and you just got to be very careful. And I'm telling you, mm, yeah. I mean, people gonna feel like. Let me say this: I can't tell you how to feel. I can't tell I can't tell you how to think. Everybody is different. Everybody is different. I am not as cold hearted as people think I am. I'm not. Now, when I'm fighting, I'm fighting. But some things are like, ooh, this is heavy. It's heavy. And y'all say she need to know how to do this. And yeah. Oh Lord. But I mean, all you can do is just hope for the best. You want your children to do well. How many of y'all children did everything y'all wanted them to do? And see, this is what I'm trying to get because we can be real judgmental. She should have did this. She should have did this. Now there's some things I didn't understand, and I was to the point where, girl, move on with this because it ain't. It's like you were in it. You knew this and this and this, but then, baby, this extra piece came in, and I'm like, ooh. Mm. And it seemed like he didn't care about, and I don't want to make him because it's those other women and these other kids. And that's a big thing because this man is having kids and stuff with other women too. And I'm like, damn, you know, jeez. And it's a lot. Uh, and then I'm asking them women, girl, y'all ain't know nobody, ain't calling nobody. But now let me say this too. People will say I'm different and maybe y'all didn't work out. And I know you trying to mess up our relationship. Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't. She said she's been tested and she's okay. And I just hope that her health remains that way. And that's on the real. But y'all, this I'm getting ready to end this, but I just don't, and I don't even want to have a panel because I'm not even up for discussion, and people can feel how they want to feel in the comment section. But I feel that there's no winners here, and I feel like people are grown, but I think we can get to the point where we look at these people, and I'm sure it happens in real life on a daily basis. But baby, this thing is playing out like General Hospital. This thing is playing out like Ryan's Hope and All My Children's right now, and it ain't cute. And this is real life situation stuff, baby. This ain't this is real. plan out. And that's what get me. And this is why I'm just aghast, because real business is being put out. Ruled by Venus, we get it. We get it. We get it. But let me tell you something. I'm glad God don't judge us on what we do. See, now that's all I'm saying. Because, baby, if God judged us on what we do, all of us would be in trouble. And that's all I'm saying, y'all. Just by the grace of God, just be grateful, because we can say X, Y, Z, but yeah. So I'm extending grace today. I am extending grace today. I'm extending grace today. Child, it's a lot, honey. Baby, this thing that got me so messed up, honey. I'm eating yogurt with these blueberries right now. Girl, I'm eating yogurt with blueberries right now. Child. Mm-mm-mm. No, I'm serious. I'm extending grace. Let me tell you this, y'all. Every once in a while, you just gotta back up and say, you know what? I'm extending grace, because Lord knows, God done, Lord knows the Creator really didn't give us what we deserve. And if God can do that for us, Lord, I can do that for people. I'm being real, y'all. I'm being real right now. And I know this ain't perfect. I know people done ran their mouth. I know people done said stuff. I know people was bragging, but baby, I'm extending grace. Lord knows I'm extending grace. And not because I'm God. I'm extending grace because I'm human. And everybody is human. And that's why I'm extending grace. Because we all have fallen short. Now, you may not have fallen short in public, but girl, you done fell short. You done fell short. I'm just saying. And like I said, so it's not because we're perfect, it's because we're imperfect. And that's why I extend grace. We could be 100% right in our analysis. But after hearing all of this stuff, baby. Because some of y'all right now dodged the bullet because that other wife didn't make it. And that could have been you. You didn't get hit in the eye, but somebody else did. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's just a lot of stuff that we have dodged. And it's not because we were so good. It was because God was so gracious. And I ain't trying to be spooky deep and spiritual, but I extend grace not because of my perfection, because of my imperfection, and because we all are imperfect. And that's why. And again, we can analyze this thing and be spot on right, but it ain't always being right. And I'm gonna leave it right there. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Girl, I'm reaching for the yoga Kimmy Black girl. Now no fried chicken. Mm-mm. Baby, it's either popcorn or stuff. I'm eating stuff that you can boosh out tomorrow. Okay. I ain't trying to eat nothing, child, that's gonna stick. I'm trying to eat fibrous things. Okay. Some proteins, and yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Hmm. Pierre Fernandez, but see, that's the thing. That's the thing. And it was a lot said. Don't get me wrong. It was a lot said. But baby, I'm not gonna kick a man down when they drowning, and I'm not gonna put dirt in the wound. I'm not gonna pour water on a drowning man or woman. It's just it's sad. I don't know. I feel deep sadness. I just feel deep sadness because it ain't nothing to celebrate. It's nothing to be like happy about or I told you so. And unfortunately, some people don't have that monitor or that to do that. And this is the beef sector. Some people do, some people don't. Mm. Yeah, y'all, that's all I'm saying. And let me say this. Y'all can feel whatever you want. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad. One thing I'm not telling y'all to do is how to feel. I'm not telling y'all how to think. I'm not. I'm just telling y'all what my feelings are right now. So I'm using I statements, how I'm feeling about the situation. All I'm gonna say is she may be, but that's a lot to deal with. That's a lot to deal with. And it's playing out on YouTube. Let me say this. Everything ain't for our consumption. And everybody don't need to know your business. Now, Seven did not call me. And I'm gonna say that. She ain't called me. But baby, if she would have rang my number and told me all of this, I would have said, girl, tell a therapist. Go. You got insurance at the job. Girl, go to EAP. Tell people who are gotta be HIPAA compliant, who ain't gonna spread all your business. And you need to tell them. Do not get on YouTube and tell this. Don't tell it. Mm-mm. This ain't nobody's business. Don't tell this. I mean, I would have told her, don't. Because again, this is the stuff that don't need to be on YouTube. And this is why I just amazes me. Um, People always saying, Jay, you always question, but you don't tell and I won't, because it's none of your business. And I mean that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I don't care how you get angry at me. I don't care how mad you get at me. Baby, it ain't none of your business. It ain't none of your business. If I ask you a question and you don't want to answer it, you can say next question, please, or I don't want to answer it. Because I can't make you answer nothing. And you don't need to have people pressuring you to answer anything. Girl. Now I'm just saying, y'all. I mean that. I mean that. I mean that. I'm telling you, people get a little lax and a little carefree with this YouTube. No, ma'am. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it alone. It ain't no friends on YouTube, baby. If you ain't tell Jesus, girl, if you ain't tell no therapist, and even with the therapist, girl, you gotta be careful. At least you can get compensation and send them to jail or sue them, boo. But y'all, don't even tell the preacher. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You human, and I don't want to hear I don't want to hear you using me as a sermon. You better tell Jesus. You better tell Jesus, baby, and you better. Ooh wee. Mm-mm. Laura said seven can't couldn't be helped. Olivia tried to help her toxins in her. Now I will say Hattie Mae did try to say something to her, and she got a little cross with Hattie Mae. Yes, she did. But the thing is, I think a lot of that was frustration, and I think that a lot of and I understand it makes sense now, but it wasn't really for me to understand in the first place. See, that's the whole thing. It's not really for people to understand. It's really not for people to understand. It really isn't. It really ain't for people to understand. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, child. And I don't even try to explain things no more. It's like, okay, whatever. 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 You don't got no job and you can't keep no job. Okay, whatever. Okay. I ain't trying to argue with you. Okay, boo. Whatever you believe, girl, go on with it. You just get to the point where it don't really matter. It really doesn't matter because people are that invested in what you do. Now, one thing I'm not gonna do is be digging deep and no, but this stuff was actually put out, and I'm like, wow. So, mm. So y'all, I'm going to I'm going to end this. Um, I extend grace not because I'm somebody. I extend grace because, again, of imperfection, not perfection. I extend grace because it ain't important to you until it happens to you. And this is a big learning lesson. I don't come away with laughter on this. I don't come away with pointing fingers. I don't come away with, ooh, I'm right about this. Because I don't even, I wish I wasn't right. Or I wish that because her, I know people gonna say she flaunted that man in front of people. I know people gonna say she did XYZ. She act like she was the queen bee. We get it. We get it. But something is different. And I can't go there. With Beach, folk want to point at Beach, but y'all got to understand that Beach is not responsible. I am going to say it doesn't make Beach looks good. It look good. It does not make Beach look good, but Beach is not responsible for that relationship. And that conversation should have been had with the two of them intensely. And if he was uncomfortable or she was uncomfortable with Beach knowing that business, then they should have made an agreement like we shouldn't do this. We should talk to each other and not a third party. You know? And I just think it's tragic, and I think no one's a winner because Beach doesn't look like a good friend now. Beach look like she's a madam, regardless of who, what, when, and where. And I'm not saying she is. It looks that way. He looks irresponsible. He looks like this, and the third, and he's shiftless and he's not responsible. But then, why do these women want him? So it just doesn't look good, and then you want to point the fingers, but it keeps going around. Nobody can't. everybody takes ownership. But the biggest part is the people who said we want to date each other. And I think that's the biggest thing. Mm, it's just, yeah, yeah. So, um, yeah, yeah. All I can say is I can't speak for you all. I can't tell you all what to do. But using an I statement, I'm going to extend grace because it's easy to kick a person down or step on them when they're already down. I just hope that sister is healthy and that her tests come out negative and she can live her life. And hopefully, this is a learning lesson not only for her, but for all of us. Hopefully, women will not let these guys denigrate them online, in person, and mess with their emotions. And again, I've just seen it over and over again where these guys, when a man tells me that the woman looked good online, but when he saw her in person, it was yuck and he just did it. And I'm like, well, what does that say about you? If you would actually do that with somebody you're not even attracted to, or, you don't, well, she paid me and she still owe me money. I mean, I'm just like, wow, what blatant respect. And again, it's making him look bad too. But the boys are putting a notch in his belt saying, you did that. So Pierre said, is this stuff even real or scripted? Let me say this. I wouldn't want a script like this. I wouldn't want a script like this. Baby, these are the scripts that you pass on. These are the performances that I wouldn't want. So Priya, I don't know, but it is deep. Um, I do want to mention Jamie Foxx. Uh, Jamie Foxx is in rehabilitation. It is noted that this is a place for people who have, um, strokes, brain injuries. And so for the mere fact that he is in rehab, we don't know what it is. I hope Jamie Foxx is okay as well. I understand the family really trying to protect his privacy, but a lot of people are very, very concerned about Jamie and what he's going through. And so I just hope he's okay. He is a celebrity, and that's part of being a celebrity. And the conspiracy theories are running a muck out here. So, we'll see what happens. Y'all look, it's 10:18. I really need to decompress from this. And I know y'all saying, oh, you being so extra, but no, I really need to decompress. I mean, seven unpacked a lot of stuff. And this is something that could adversely affect her. She had to expose herself to expose him and even implicate people knowing. And that's a lot. And I'm like, damn. And on YouTube. And I just like, girl, you didn't have no family or therapist. And I'm like, people like, but I'm not judging. It's just I think it's just a lot to unpack. That's it. Well, yeah, but there are no friends on YouTube. That's my thing. And again, let me always give you all a caveat with that. If you do have friends on YouTube, you don't have to let everybody know. Just be friends. And I don't know if I had a friend on YouTube, I don't know if I would want to put them through a whole lot. And I don't think I would want my friends to have to go through a whole lot of stuff. I wouldn't want to put that undue burden on my friend personally. So if I do have friends on YouTube, I'm not telling people who they are, but I will say that there are no friends on YouTube. And I think people play a good role until it's convenient for them. And then that's it. I've seen stuff that's like not even major, but people try to make it major. And when it's something that can make you or put you in a bad light, they'll use it. And that's YouTube. And that's why I say subcontractors, everybody's climbing, everybody's trying to get a click in a view, and so that's why I'm not stressed. But I think this is some heavy stuff. So y'all unpack it. I'm sure there'll be a lot of videos on it, but those are my thoughts and feelings. So y'all have a good night. And yeah, I'm sure we'll talk about it at a later date. Peace and love, y'all. Take care.